Hi everyone, welcome to another swing tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to make a top with an underbust twist. Yes, we're going to be using our basic bodice. This is my basic bodice, but we are going to be alternating the front bodice. The first thing is to do is to alternate the neckline. For this, I use 9.5 for my neck depth and 3.5 for my neck width. So I'm going to connect them in order to get a V neckline. Then I'm going to cut it out like this. The next thing to do is to remove my waist dart. We are not using waist dart because this is we are going to be using a stretchy fabric for this, so we don't need our waist dart. We are going to cut it off. After that, the next thing is to connect your half length to your underbust. Then come down by 2 inches on your armhole and come down by half an inch from your neck depth. Then you connect the two together. Now we have 3 patterns. Cut out your patterns and mark your patterns, label it so that you know the upper part and the lower part. The next thing to do is to draw slash lines on my first and my second pattern. That is what we are working with now. I'm going to draw slash line on my first pattern. I'm going to be cutting from the center front to the side seam. Please make sure that you do not cut through the side seam so that you won't lose your patterns. This is my second pattern. I'm going to do the same for the first pattern, but for this, make sure that all your slash line is going to stop at the half inch that we came down with. Then you cut out from the center front, that is the neck depth. Do you get? Then this is our second pattern. It is ready. The next thing is to spread them on a new pattern paper. We are going to spread them on a new pattern paper now, and I'm going to show you a trick. The main thing that makes it an underbust twist. That is what I'm going to show you now. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to take my first pattern. I'm going to use my liquid gum to secure it down. I'm going to secure it down like this. After securing it down, I'm going to be spreading by 1.5 inch from each slash. That is, each slash line is going to be 1.5 inch apart from each other. But by the time I finished making this top, I realized that the fullness was not much on the underbust. So you can use 2 inches to spread it if you like, and if you like, you can stick to the 1.5 inch. So the next part I'm about to show you now, it is very important. That is the main thing that makes it an underbust twist. Without this thing I want to show you now, there's nothing like an underbust twist. Please, it is very important. So normally it's supposed to be like this. We're supposed to place the second pattern like that, but we are going to flip it over in the sense that the upper part of the second pattern is going to be touching the neckline, that is the first pattern, and the lower part of the second pattern is going to be touching the lower part of the first pattern. Let me take that again. This upper part of the second pattern is going to be touching the neckline, which is the first pattern, and the lower part of the second pattern is going to be touching the lower part of the first pattern. Then I'm going to use my marker and ruler to connect them together. For this second pattern, we don't need to spread it anymore because we are going to be using the spread we've done for the first pattern for the second pattern also. So there is no point spreading it. There is no point measuring 1.5 inch or 2 inches thereabout. So the next thing now is I'm going to cut out my pattern. I'm going to cut out my pattern. You know that now we have 2 patterns instead of 3 patterns. In the first place, we had 3 patterns, but now we have 2 patterns. The next thing I'm going to do now is to mark my center front. That is where the first and the second pattern meet. Then I'm going to notch the neckline and the down part like this. It is very important, please. And this is my down part. That is the second pattern. I don't need that for now. And please, for this first pattern, you are going to be cutting 2 of it. That is 2 fabric, 2 pieces of this if you are going to be using your bias to tape the neck. But if you want to be turning it, you are going to be cutting 4 of it. You can't use lining to turn it, so you are going to cut 4 of it. Then make sure you add your allowances on it. And for the back pattern, remove your waist. That is the only thing for the back pattern. And if you are putting zipper, make sure you add your zipper allowance. If you are not putting the zipper, that's fine. I'll be showing you how to sew it in my next video.